Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be showing you how to get the VTSG, which stands for Venchfull True Sun God Temple. First we want to start out with our main super monkey. We're going to get him up 3 upgrades to the top path, but not temple yet, because we are going to sacrifice stuff into him. For the first sacrifice, we're going to get a primary monkey that has $50,000 combined or normally. So I see that Inferno Ring has 40,000, so I just need like a good $10,000 option, and it can be over, but it cannot be under. So like me going top and middle path with these tax shooters is a bit over, but if it's under, it won't work. Just don't try to go too much over, and then you're wasting way too much money. But I see that not really. I know that plane is 72,000, so that's a for sure victory. And then we also want to get magic. Permabrew is just that. But if you do permabrew, do not do it during a round, because then it'll buff everything and it could suck up extra stuff, or the temple could suck up extra stuff that you don't want it to. Now we do not want to do support yet. We want to get the temple, and then you should have 2 planes, and it should shoot out the blades projectiles. Once you see it have 2 planes, now we want to get both other tier 5s outside of range. And it doesn't matter how you cross path them. It just really doesn't matter. You don't even need to. But now we gotta go through it again, but we want to get different stuff. So I know that Balloon Crush, wait, is it? Yeah, it is. Balloon Crush is about $50,000, so I can place that down. I know the Mad is 51,000, so I can place that down. Sorry. I know Druid top path is 51,000, so I can get that down. And this is all just in the $50,000 price range. And now we want to get support. So what should I do for support? I'm gonna do Ultra Boost. Ultra Boost is 60,000, just a bit over, but it's all good. Now we make sure that the 2 other super monkeys are out of range, and we have all of our sacrifices needed there. Also, if you put down a Dora, and if you have an Adora that is in range, an Adora that is in range, and she's level 20, then once you get your Venchfull True Sun God Temple with these tier 5s, she will get boosted too. Watch it. This is the normal True Sun God Temple, but with the tier 5s getting absorbed, now it's the Venchfull True Sun God Temple, and this is Adora. Now, I suggest getting super range, because you can just put a village on. Now that you've got the true Venchfull Sun God Temple, here are some ways to buff it. There's Jungle Drums, and unless you go bottom path, he cannot hit camos. So you will need to go middle path so he can hit camos. Also, you can buff it with Alchemist, going top path. You can also buff it with, this symbol right here means everything is cheaper and shoots faster, and I think has more pierce. It just boosts everything all around. So, very good for its, like, price. Because now that you get it, it buffs, it helps every other tower with it. You can also buff Venchfull True with overclocks and ultra boosts. And if you have a support temple and range, which means we go top path like this, and then we feed $50,000 in support to it. We want to try to get as close as we can for this, so it's mainly support and not much else. Wait, that's 56, 57, 50, 59. I think this is good enough. And then we get the temple, and we get the range. It should give this buff to the true Vengeful Sun God Temple, which means it has more range and pierce. Also, everything in its range will now get both temples buffs. Do you see that? There's not much else you can do to buff the temple itself, but there's stuff you can do to nerf the balloons, like a embrittlement that makes you deal more damage to all balloons, or like a glue storm that makes you do more damage to all balloons. Same with Cripple Moab and some Paragons. But let's watch the Vengeful True Sun God solo. I'm gonna take off the support temple, but remember, it does help out a lot. And I'll talk you through my buffs. So this is getting all the pops because of the planes are also part of the true Vengeful Sun God. I'm using this, which stacks up to 10 times, and I'm gonna use it 10 times on our true Vengeful, so it gets like as powerful as it can. Also, you'll see that it generates money. After every round, it generates $5,000 because we put that support into it. Look at Adora's ball now. Also, we started with $2 million, and after all the buffs, I have 100,000, maybe a bit less. Which shows you how expensive this is. Especially if you're trying to buff it. Just keep using my Ultra Boosts. I can also use Overclock to make it faster. Actually, no, I'll just play this through. Let me turn down my sounds a little bit. So, I'm going to describe all the attacks it has. So first, we have the planes. This is because of our military sacrifice. The military sacrifice gets the planes that shoot out the missiles, and I think they also do something else. No, yeah, they shoot out missiles and darts. Our main tower has these shurikens. These shurikens get sent out, and this is because of the primary sacrifice. Okay? The primary sacrifice shoot these little dots, or these little, like little tacks. Our main attack, which is that beam of light, is mainly because of the magic, which is the purple one. Our magic monkeys are contributing to the main attack of our VTSG. And all of these mini sun avatars that's spawning down, that are like on a timed basis and they'll die after a while, this is because of support putting them down. Whenever he shoots, do you see those little green like spectacles going? Little green changing spectacles? They go like that and then they go to the balloons. That's also because of magic. That's because we did it twice. See, everything gets enhanced whenever you do it that second time. Like the first time I did military and I got the planes, I only got 2 planes. I did it again and I got 4 planes. See, if I did support once, I would get a little bit more money And then since I did it that second time, I would start spawning these guys. It doesn't work on the first time because it doesn't want you to have a temple that spawns little sun avatars to make it more fair. Also, the sun avatars do not have a hitbox, but you can still click on them. So you can place stuff in there, but they will not place sun avatars in your towers. So like if I put something right here, it won't put a sun avatar right there. It'll put it somewhere else. Just like primary, it does the blades and those little rockets that are coming out. Those little rockets that are constantly being shot out from our VTSG. That is because of our primary. So primary, military, military. So how you would do the sacrifice, right? You do primary, you do military, you do magic, and then you would do it again, do a different primary, do a different military, do a different magic, and then you do support to get the most buffs and the most overall, like, defense. You don't have to do support twice, but you can. It's kind of just extra money. But if you would like to, you know, get that extra money, then shoot for it, man. Our VTSG has 12 million pops currently. We have Ultra Boosted 10 times. But the Ultra Boost still enhances it with a quick boost time. Other things that I recommend with the temple are stuff like Ninja Monkey Middle Path, as it slows down Moabs and it spawns them with less HP. Their Glue Gunner Bottom Path, as it slows down and stops lower class Moabs. Ice Monkey and Glue Gunner Middle Path for the extra damage. Cripple Moab for the extra damage. You can also get a Energizer, which reduces cooldowns of everything you have on screen, which can help for your boost, which can help for your overclocks, can help for your monkey boosts, it can help just for attack speed. It also increases how fast heroes level up if they're in range. Other things I suggest with Venchfull True Sun God Temple are other support temples. They're stuff like Bottom Path, Alchemist, because it'll turn ZOMGs into red balloons, and it'll get a lot of pops. Just watch the pops go up so fast out of like nowhere. It doesn't work on bads though. Look at it. Randomly, it'll jump up like 1,000 pops. I'm sorry, 100,000. I also recommend having in the back a top path druid. And this also shows you that you can get your 5th tiers back down that were sacrificed in the temple, but you cannot get the 5th tiers for the other ones back down because they're in the temple currently. I suggest getting a blowback or Superstorm Druid because it blows back Moab class balloons. You can also You can also get a Beast Handler Bottom Path, which pushes back Moab class balloons, but sometimes it can hurt the VTSG, and it can actually make it slower. If you're struggling on money throughout this, Bottom Path Village makes every balloon pop generate more money, and then later on you can sacrifice banana farms to make extra more money and free up space. I'll demonstrate it to you right now. I'm gonna go Monkeyopolis, and it's gonna absorb all of these banana farms and then start generating me money. it is a bit more than you generated. So if you combine like a lot of really good, if you combine a lot of really good banana farms, then you'll be making a lot of extra money, but you'll have to get the banana farms back down if you want extra money. I will see y'all when we struggle. In my last video, Eric Fisher commented Lord Schniffagen of Fartingon. So that is prohibitively what I will make my druid's name. Eric, I would love to use your name, but the name is too long. So I'm shortening it to Lord Schniffagen. Sorry if I couldn't please you, but that's the best we can do. Why you gotta make the weirdest names for me? Come on, man. Happy to see you watching, though. Also, if you noticed, I removed all of the extra help that's not directly on our temple. Like this, we need this to survive, and this helps a lot to show you its true potential. So I'm just doing the essentials, and I'm not going to use any Adora abilities to mainly see what the temple has, but also what Adora has on her own. Another cool trick with both temple and if you get something that's over $50,000 and you sacrifice it at level 20 to Adora, you get a buff on your Sun God Temple, and it gets a lot extra range, extra attack speed, and extra damage for a short period of time. So does Adora. And all of her abilities. Look at her having full map range. Yep, now it's gone. This does stack with other village buffs. And with other buffs like Alchemist, which I did have and it's still stacked. And Ultra Boost, which I do have because it's pretty much needed. We're actually struggling a little bit here. Round 184, and they're getting to this first and second bend with some of these bads. Adora cleans up like lower class Moabs, while Venchfull cleans up the really high class, like the bads and stuff. Just look at the damage it does. Also, the pierce on the Venchfull True Sun God Temple is crazy. It can go through like 75 balloons. 75 different balloons it can go through. On round 187, the DDTs don't make it far at all because they just get one shot. But these bads and ZOMGs are making it really far. Another thing you can get to help out your Venchfull is a bottom path monkey mortar, because it unfortifies Moab class balloons, and if you get faster shooting it can unfortify a lot of those ZOMGs, which can help. For any of y'all wondering, Glue Gunner bottom path does not work on bads, and I'll show you here. I got 5th tier, and see, it does something, but it's just dealing damage. It doesn't really slow them, which is kind of sad, but you know, it's fine. There's no real way to slow down bads unless you have Ninja Paragon, Boat Paragon, or Engineer, I think. My first boost, a bit laggy, but we're still soloing 190. Remember, this is all the defense we have. This Venchfull True Sun God is soloing to round 200. If y'all are still watching and y'all want to see me get the Venchfull True Sun God Temple in a real game, comment down below cheese sandwich, and what difficulty you would like to see me get the Venchfull True Sun God on. I'll do easy, normal, or hard. Y'all comment down below. Sometimes you'll hear a placement sound in this game whenever I have the Venchfull. That's just because it's placing down the sun avatars. I'm not doing anything. Like, hear it for yourself. I just used the boost. What a chaotic game. So in total, my temple has made almost $400,000 and popped 222 million balloons, while Adora has made no money but popped almost 5,500,000 balloons. And this is without any extra buffs. It's carrying. We're moving on to round 196 with just temple buff as a periodic buff, overclock and permabrew. Look how fast they get shredded after the boost. Round 198. I'm gonna use no boost for these two to see if it can truly take it down. DDTs are making it pretty far, but the bads for the piercing caps. Look at how fast he shoots. Cleaning up those Moabs. Onto the ZOMGs. Round 199. Not many other towers can do this. Some Paragons at low levels can't even do this. Venchfull True Sun God is different and unique. But that's really because round 200, no boost. But it's because of how expensive it is. Like, it's $2 million, but it's performing really well, so. First one popped. I'm gonna slow it down, just so we can see how it deals with them better. It popped the first one, and the second one moving on to the halfway mark. It's getting close. I might have to boost. I'm gonna boost. Still, with such little effort, this cleans up round 200. Just like that. With a pop count of 272 million pops, and 262 million were from our True Sun God Temple. See y'all in another video. Have a great day, and brush your teeth.